Hey everyone, JamieStarr, New World News Network. This episode, we are going to get into a little bit of commercial outrage. So, I can have this playing in the back while I'm going through all of this. This is the Kendall Jenner Pepsi ad that's been getting so much um, backlash, being said that it's. I'm going to turn the volume off. And hopefully that way I'll avoid a copyright infringement too. Saying that it's tone deaf because what you have going on is you have this protest march of, this big diverse group of people all coming together in the name of love and unity and diversity, and this cellist and Kendall Jenner and some Muslim photographer woman, they were unaware, but they see the peace signs and they see how amazing it is and how much fun everyone's having just protesting. We don't know what, it doesn't matter what, but you're going to be part of history. And I even remember as a liberal, when I saw Occupy Wall Street and stuff, thinking the next time there's a big movement like this, I want to go and be a part of it because that's something cool that you can tell your grandkids. Like, my grandmother had a story about, going down south and sitting on the back of a bus and not knowing about segregation because she was from the north. And there being issues with it because she was sitting with black people is what she was used to. She didn't know anything. She had no idea what was going on, and it was just a culture shock. But that's a cool story. So I would think, oh, well, next big protest, next big whatever, I should go be a part of it. And, as I grew and aged and matured and got wiser, I realized how dumb that was, because that makes you a useful idiot. And that's what this is, a parade of useful idiots. Now, here's the funny part about all of this, where it's called tone deaf, but I think it's completely on point, because you have these protest movements and you have the sort of commercialized, I mean, it may be because it's in a Pepsi commercial, now they actually see it, but since the start, it's been this manufactured, commercialized, celebrity endorsed, Time magazine, news media endorsed, I mean, to its furthest reaching conclusions of burning shits and rioting being endorsed by all these people. And, you know, the celebrities endorse it, but yet they're always the ones who want to take your guns, and then we'll hire the cops for private security. They are the 1%. So they come in this sort of, oh, I'm here, I'm your ally, back to my gated community. They are unaffected from all of the policies they advocate, whether it be Syrian refugees, gun reform, anything like that. Again, they'll take your guns, but they have bodyguards. Michael Moore, for example, Anderson Cooper, all of these people, they don't have to worry about self-defense or carrying guns. They pay people to protect them. So, that's the Kendall Jenner outrage. I think it's on point. I think it illustrates how the whole movement really is, and the sort of corporate overlay and the nothingness that it is. It's not tone deaf. It's completely on point. I don't think that's what they were going for. Now, on to other commercial outrage. Let me just say as a broad general statement, if a certain color triggers you to the point of having a racist outlash, you're insanely racist. Like, there seems to be a segment of the population that conflates the color white on things with, and presumably they do the same with the color black, but conflate it with people of European descent, Caucasian people, whatever you want to call them. And like I said, they presumably conflate the color black with brown-skinned people. But Skittles, for pride, remove the rainbow and put out white Skittles, and of course you have, this is so fucking stupid. Why should whiteness mean equality? That's the fucking problem. We will never have nor want whiteness. I mean, it's a complete racial outlash. This is so fucking stupid. Skittles realized how the white capitalist pride was becoming and wanted to join in the efforts. interesting. Interesting is one of their passive-aggressive, intellectual Jedi mind trick phrases. Damn, Skittles turning against the coloreds too. See, Skittles can't even, like, you can't have artistic expression even within a fucking candy without these people trying to extract some sort of socio-political, racial message from it. They're completely paranoid. The man in the high castle syndrome. Should have been brown or black. I ain't eating no white Skittles. Using the LGBT community as a cover to practice racism in plain sight. Why couldn't it have been white and black Skittles? Maybe because they're not making a political message. Maybe it just has to do with colors and not colors of people. But if you're obsessed with the colors of people, and then you start to see that reflected in candy, like, I don't know how you get to that. Is at the point of no return. I mean, really, when you're getting political racial messages and messages of supremacy and hatred from what color a candy is for a limited edition, when it's normally rainbow colored and their whole thing is rainbow, 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 and then they get rid of the rainbow and it's white, which is the absence of color. If you know anything about color theory, it makes so much sense. But these people, another I don't see color, which just sets as whites as the default. I mean, and it's so funny that woke is a state of complete paranoid delusion. This has to be visual representation of white people when they say I don't see color. I mean, this is completely insane. Here's more. And then you have it where PETA recently went after milk for being racist because it's white as well. That's a theme that's been often repeated in the past few months. Nivea, I have articles about this, did a deodorant, white is for purity. People thought that was offensive. Come on, Nivea, this is so racist, I don't even know where to begin. Speechless. In future, refer to clothes or products, not colors. No, see, that's the thing. They were referring to clothes and a product, and they weren't referring to people, but you're obsessed. Dear Nivea, if white is purity, does that mean black is impure? It's not that deep. Why does this person have a verified account? How do so many morons have verified accounts? Between Nivea's white is purity and Pepsi's black soda matters ad, I think it's time to open. That's at least a funny remark. But I mean, this shit is insane, off the rails. Probably taking mad long. Damn it! I hope it doesn't freeze up my browser. This is what I get for using this and not something else. Anyway, so yeah, I had the other Nivea article over here. Now that's not opening. Nivea cream, accused of being racist. White is purity. And then I ended up coming across this one, which is pretty funny. Perfect footwear for Nazis. Boots recalled because their treads leave swastika imprints. And, you know, the swastika is like a Buddhist sign, and it's a sign for other things. And it's not that deep. I don't know. But you did, of course, have it where once this was made a big issue, then you had white supremacist neo-Nazis like the Daily Stormer come out and say, must have, these are perfect. And, you know, people saying, I sincerely don't believe this was an accident. You'd have to know what the mark of the parent would leave, and of course, normies don't approve. So, you know, I just wonder, because it says, I forget where in here, it's from, what is it, like a Polish company? that gets them from China or something. Or no, a South Californian shoe company has recalled a style of military work boots after a customer complained. International Training Company, there's an angle. Yeah. We would like to issue our sincerest apologies to our customers and to anyone who was offended by the swastika imprints the boots left behind. The design was not intentional and was mistaken by our manufacturers in China. Never meant to include any offensive designs or logos on the products we import. We will investigate the issue. So in China, they probably just aren't fucking obsessed with Nazis, and so they didn't think anything of it, and probably just didn't care, and it's probably that simple. But this is what living in an outrage culture looks like. Any and everything is a big deal, from the fucking color of Skittles to mentioning of colors. It reminds me, there's a YouTube video called Equality, where it's like set in a year ahead from when it was shot, dystopic future like, and person says something about why is everyone wearing all black, and the one person says it's not black, it's African American. And that's the point we're getting to, obviously, if this trend continues. So that's why I'm here pointing it out, so we can mock it, ridicule it, and acknowledge how absurd it is. And hopefully that dissuades people from furthering these awful trends. So, that's the outrage culture in advertising. Have a good one, everyone. Subscribe to the channel, comment, and take care.